Okay, good morning, everybody. Today, I'm going to tell you the story about when I played tennis. So, I was a senior in high school and I wasn't very athletic at all. So, my friend Aja decided to tell me that I should try out because it was my senior year, last year of school ever. I was in the 12th grade, so I was really old. So, whenever we played, we always had fun and we just decided, let's try out for the team. So we tried out together and we made the team. So every game I would lose. I would lose every game, but I had so much fun when I was doing it. And at the end of the season, I got the most improved and the best attitude award. And that was pretty cool to me because those were just some awesome awards. Don't y'all think those are cool awards? Okay,
Yeah.
I was just really excited about that. And even though I never won, it wasn't that big a deal because I had fun and I tried my best. Have y'all ever played a sport before? Raise your hand if you've played a sport. What did you play, London?
I played soccer growing up.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, most of
Did
the time.
did you ever lose?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you play, Alexandria?
I played soccer in middle school.
Oh, so you and London played the same thing. Did you ever win any games?
Some, but we lost a lot too.
How did that make you feel?
Really sad.
Really? Oh, well, that's okay. So today we are going to read a book about a sport. And in this book, the character, we're going to talk about his character traits. Do you guys remember last week when we talked about what a character was on our anchor chart? Can someone remind me of what a character is?
Isn't a character like a person or like an animal in a story?
Yes, that's exactly right. And if you look back at our anchor chart that we did last week, we wrote that definition down. And we also did the setting. Can you tell me what the setting is, Alexandria?
Maybe like where the book or the story is or
That's
something.
exactly right. And then we also learned about one more thing last week. What did we learn?
Mm,
The is it like the main idea? The
Close. It's the major event. Do you remember what that is, London?
That's like the biggest event.
Right. Good job. So today, when we're reading this, I want you guys to think about those three things in our book. So when we're reading, I'm going to stop and ask you what you think those are. But we're going to learn about one more thing, and it's going to be a character trait. Okay? So do you have any ideas of what a character trait is?
Isn't it like a way to describe?
Is it maybe like the way that what the character does?
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick slideshow that I put together for you so you guys can learn a little bit more about character traits. Let me screen share for you. Yeah, I don't know how to screen share.
You go in the middle open share tray. It's with an arrow. And then you click the screen you want to share.
Alright, I'm mad if we have to restart. Or can you cut this part out?
I don't know.
I feel like you can cut it low key because that's what I'm doing with mine.
There you go.
Oh, wait, so y'all can see it now?
Yes.
Okay. London, you said we can cut this part out.
I'm pretty sure, and I don't think it's that big of a deal if you can't, because it's not like, I mean, you just trying to figure some stuff out. It's not exactly easy doing this online.
Okay. Why isn't this working? Okay. All right, guys. Can you see the slideshow?
I cannot. There's the white things in the way.
It's just white. It's a white screen. You might have to show it without presenting it.
There it is. That's better.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are character traits? Character traits are words that describe someone's personality or the qualities that make them who they are. So, you guys were pretty much right about that. You said that they describe someone. So, for example, Miss Arias has brown hair, she is kind, and she likes to laugh. So, there's more than one thing of character traits. There's inside character traits. And an inside character trait is explaining who a character is on the inside. So a question that we can ask ourselves while we're reading is this character mean? Are they nice, happy, or sad? And how is this character acting towards others? There's more than one type of inside character trait. A character trait can also describe someone by their thoughts if the story is being told by them. So if a story is being told by myself, I'm going to be saying, I am nice. So we would know that me, the character, would be nice. So another thing that we can ask is, what is the character thinking during a tough situation? So a tough situation for Alexandria would be she lost one of her soccer games and that made her sad. So that would be one of her inside character traits for that specific event. An outside character trait is what a character looks like on the outside. So when we're reading, we can ask ourselves, what is this character wearing? What is his color of hair or her color of hair? So I'm going to show you this image. What outside character traits does this person have? Go ahead and let me know what they have, Alexandria.
He's green.
He is green. Good job. London, can you think of anything else on the outside that this character has?
He is fuzzy and he has horns and he has straggly teeth.
Good job. So you said he has horns. What color horns does he have?
They look kind of bluish greenish, like a.
Alexandria, do you notice anything else about this character?
He's smiling.
He is smiling. So that could probably tell us that he's happy, but that's just an outside character trait. You know what I noticed? I noticed that he has red nails. Okay. So we're going to read this sentence. And the sentence says, Ben wanted to get ice cream, but his mom said no. Ben was so upset. He went to his room and ripped up a poster that was on his wall. What inside traits do we think that Ben has? London, what inside traits do you think Ben has in this scenario?
He sounds kind of angry.
Yeah, he does sound angry. Do you know why? What detail did you use to describe why he's angry?
Well, he went to his room and he ripped up a poster.
Yeah. Would you do that if you were happy?
No.
No. Alexandria, what inside trait do you think Ben has?
I think he's mad.
Yeah, he is mad. And it says in the sentence that he was so upset because he couldn't get ice cream. Okay, so now let's practice what we just learned. And we're going to do that by reading a book and deciding what character traits Pete has in the book. Okay? All right. So the book that we're going to read today is Pete the Cat Play Ball. And when we're reading, remember to be using your thinkers. Turn your thinkers on and think about the characters, the setting, and the major event in the book. And also, we're going to think about the character traits that the main character has in this book, okay? Yes, London.
It's still showing your screen.
Okay. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. So just by looking at the cover of this, what do you guys think is going to happen in this book?
I
Gonna
think
play ball.
Yeah, he is going to play ball. Do you know what kind of sport, like ball sport, that he's going to play?
Baseball.
Baseball. That was a good guess. Let's find out. Okay. All right. Here comes Pete the cat. Pete has a mitt. He has a bat and a ball. What will Pete do today? Pete will play baseball. Today is the big game. The Rocks are playing the roles. Pete and his team get set. They play catch. They take turns hitting. It is time to play ball. The Rocks bat first. Pete waits for his turn. Crack! The batter hits the ball. He runs to the first base. Way to go, Pete cheers. Batter up, says the umpire. Pete goes up to the bat. The pitcher throws the ball. Pete swings the bat. He misses one ball. Strike one. The pitcher pitches again. Pete pitches too high. Strike two. The pitcher winds up. He throws. Pete strikes out. But Pete is not sad. He did his best. Did you guys think that he was going to be upset that he missed the ball? Yeah?
I did.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill out a part on our anchor chart. Who is our characters as of right now that we've met so far?
Pete.
Pete, good job. Okay, so where is the setting at?
The baseball field.
Yeah, good job. Okay. Let's keep on reading. Pete's friend Ben is up. Ben hits a home run. Way to go, cheers Pete. The Rocks go up to the bat. The Rolls go to the field. Crack! Here comes a fly ball. I've got it, calls Pete. The ball hits his mitt, but Pete drops it. How do y'all think Pete's feeling right now? He's dropped the ball. He can't hit any balls.
I would feel kind of frustrated.
Frustrated? I would too, kind of. But he is not sad. He did his best. Another hit. This time Pete catches it, but he throws it too far. Pete is up with the bat again. He wants to hit the ball. The first pitch is too low, so Pete does not swing. Ball one. The next pitch is too high. Pete does not swing. Ball two. The third pitch is inside. The fourth pitch is outside. Pete gets 4 balls. Pete wanted to get a hit, but a walk is cool too. Batter gets a hit. Pete runs as fast as he can. Pete wants to score, but he's out at home plate. Pete is not sad. He did his best. The game is over. The Rocks win 6-3. Way to go, calls Pete. Good game, the Rocks say. Good game, the Rolls say. Pete did his best. He had fun. What a great game. So, guys, what do you think the major event of this story was?
The baseball game.
Yeah, so they were at the baseball game. Yeah, and what happened at the baseball game? What happened at the end? Did they lose or did they win?
They lost.
They won.
They won. Good job. And Pete didn't score any points, but his team did. So that's how they won. So let's go ahead and write that. Pete's team won the game. Would you say that's a good major event?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to think about Pete's character traits. And I have a anchor chart for you to fill out with me. Can you guys do that with me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to show you what the anchor chart looks like. Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, so what I have the same chart behind me, and we're going to fill it out together. But I want you guys to go ahead and get out your pieces of paper, and we're going to fill out the first one together. So our first bubble says what the character says and does. So if we need to go back into our book and look and see what Pete says, we can. But if anyone has an example of what Pete says throughout the book, go ahead and say it now. London, do you know of anything?
Did Pete say in the book that he did his best?
Yes. So Pete did his best. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Alexandra, do you know of anything that Pete said or did in the book?
Didn't he hit a home run, or was that his friend?
His friend hit a home run.
Oh. He struck out. He did not hit the ball.
He did. He struck out. Okay. So what the character's attitude about baseball is, I want you and your turn and talk partner to talk with each other and talk about what Pete's attitude about baseball is.
I feel like Pete has a really good attitude about baseball. Because I know that if I was in the situation where I struck out or if I dropped the ball, I would be pretty upset.
Yeah, I think he likes baseball, even though he didn't do very good. He still likes the game of baseball because he said that he did his best.
Yes, those are some good answers, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and write those down. He has a good attitude. And I heard Alexandria said he did his best. Okay. And our next part on our chart says how the character looks and feels. So think about our outside character traits. You can use how he looked on the outside and how he felt on the inside. So go ahead and talk with your turn and talk partner and write down a sentence describing how the character looks and feels and share it with one another.
Well, I know that Pete wore a baseball uniform.
Yeah, and he feels maybe proud because he did his best.
I think that's a good word. Pete is proud. Even though he didn't do super great, he likes the sport so much.
Okay, are you guys done writing your sentence?
Yes.
Okay, London, can you share with me what you wrote down?
I said Pete is proud because he did his best playing baseball.
That is a great sentence, guys. Good job. Okay, and for the last bubble, it says, how do I feel about the character? But on my bubble chart, I put how do we feel about the character because we're going to do this one together. Okay? So let me pull you back up. Okay, so it says, how do we feel about the character? Who wants to go first and let me know how y'all felt about the character? Raise your hand. London, go ahead. How do you feel about Pete?
I really like Pete because I feel like he handled everything really well.
He did.
Like earlier in class, we talked about the example how the boy couldn't get ice cream and he ripped his poster up.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the same could be said for Pete in that he dropped the ball, and that could have been really embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. It could have.
He was really happy that he did his best.
Yes. Alexandria, do you have anything to add to what Lyndon said?
Yeah, I just feel like I feel like he is just nice because he just didn't get frustrated, and yeah.
So you used details from the book because you said he didn't get frustrated. So, and that shows up throughout the whole story. He was not sad because he did his best. So I'm going to think of a sentence about how I feel about Pete. I like Pete because he was a good sport. Do you guys think that's a good sentence?
Yes.
Okay.
What's a good sport?
A good sport is someone who encourages the other team and the players on the field. And you can see that in the book because Pete said, "Good job," or "Way to go." And that could also fall under things that the character says because he often cheered on his teammates. Okay, guys. So you did a really good job describing this character chart. And we did a good job together. So do you guys think that you're ready to do something on your own and describe Pete? Okay, so what you're going to do is I'm going to pull up a graphic organizer for you guys. And one side is going to have inside character traits, and the other side is going to have outside character traits. And you're going to be describing Pete. And also, I want you to draw a picture of him and then show it to me when you're done, okay? So I'm going to show you the graphic organizer that I want you to use, okay?
Okay.
And before we do this, I want to go over our I can statement. So before you begin, you have a fresh mind and know what is expected, okay? So let's read it together. I'm going to point to each word so you know to read it with me, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Today,
Day.
Okay.
I
And
describe Pete's
Pete's character traits
using key details
using key details
I find in the book.
I found in the
found
book.
in the book.
I can do this because I'm amazing.
I can do this
Just
because
because that amazing.
There you go. Good job, guys. Okay.
Is that a neat pointer?
Yes. Do you like it?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to right here. Oops, I just clicked out of it. No worries. Okay, guys. All right. So you guys can see the graphic organizer pretty well?
Yep.
Okay, so notice that you have a word bank at the bottom to use. So go ahead and get out your pieces of paper and you're going to write the word inside and you're going to write the word outside. And what you're going to do is write the word that you think that best fits under each category. Some of these words don't belong, so make sure that you're paying close attention, okay? Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and start, okay?
Okay.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Do you guys need some more time?
I think I'm ready.
I'm done.
Okay.
Do we need to draw a picture of him too right now?
Yeah, you can go ahead and draw a picture of him.
Okay, I'm done.
You're done? Okay. London, can you go ahead and show me what you picture?
For my picture?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
Oh, that is such a good picture. I like how you put the P on his hat.
That's his baseball hat.
That is so good. I love that.
Thank you.
Alexandria, are you done with your picture?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. I love how you used blue to show that he's blue. That is such a good picture. Okay, so Alexandria, I want you to tell me what inside traits you wrote down that Pete has.
Okay. I wrote down that he's kind, determined, easygoing, he's blue, and he's likes baseball, and he's encouraging.
So do you think that blue would be an inside character trait or an outside character trait?
Well, it's on his skin, so I thought that maybe he's blue on the inside. I don't know. I mean, you can see it from the outside, so maybe it's outside.
Yeah. Okay, so since we can't see what's inside, maybe we should use that as an outside trait. You think so?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's a good outside trait. London, what did you put for outside traits?
I put that he had yellow eyes, he was blue, he had a yellow hat, and I was confused because I couldn't remember what Pete looked like, but I didn't put red.
Okay, so let's
I
look.
just know outside. Oh, he was red.
He was blue, but he had on a red uniform,
Oh,
red hat.
okay.
But
But that's what he was wearing, so it would be outside.
yes, good job.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So y'all did some really good work today. So I just want to know why is it important for you to understand the character traits of people in books?
I feel like the character traits kind of impacts how they handle the situations they find themselves in.
Okay. And so do you think it's important to pay attention to character traits in real life too?
Yes.
Okay, good job. Everybody got a gold star today. That was amazing, guys.
You want me to stop, right?